Hey folks, Sandamtod here, if you can believe that. Sorry I haven't put out a video in a few days. You know how it is. I got caught up doing some other crap, and I wanted to, but I haven't had any money to go do any pickups or anything. I had to pay some money out to get my timing belt fixed on my truck. It broke, so luckily it didn't do any other damage, so I only had to pay for the belt, but the labor was outrageous. I paid about $600 to get my truck running, so that kind of cut into the old video game budget, but that's all right. We got shit stacking up to the rafters back here, so I took on another project instead, and this one cost me a little bit, but not too much, and I think it was a wise decision. We decided to take another look at the Xbox, and this is my original Xbox. This is the one I bought about 2 years ago, and I bought it vintage stock, and it came in the original box and stuff. And it wasn't new, but it was new to me. And systems work great. Every once in a while, the CD door gets stuck, but other than that, the systems ran great. I remember when I picked it up because I had watched MN12 Bird's channel for a little while, and he was one of the very first guys I ever subbed on here. And one of his first dozen videos or so, he showed his Xbox that had been modded. I thought about doing it, looked on the internet, read up on it. It seemed a little bit difficult to me at the time, and wasn't real sure, but didn't give up on the idea. But I figured, I only had one Xbox, and there is a chance you can screw your hard drive up, and I didn't want to screw up the only Xbox I had, so I didn't mess with it. But over time, I had thought about it, and I picked up a couple things that you need to do it. One being a game, if you're going to soft mod it. There's 3 different games you can use. Mech Assault is one of them, and it's got a special serial number that's around the edge of the disc, and they tell you online what the number is, and you just got to make sure that the Mech Assault that you're buying has that number, and you're good to go with using the Mech Assault. The other thing you need is one of these. It's called a action replay cord. You can plug your Xbox memory card, which you will also need an Xbox memory card, into this, and then you plug this into your computer, and you download some software off the internet that allows you to basically load a little save file that basically boots your Xbox up into Linux right onto the hard drive. And this was one of the reasons why I didn't ever soft mod for a while. This thing brand new goes for like $30. I found one of these at the thrift store for $1, and I was able to download the software that comes with it on the internet for free. So when I found this, I was like, it might be time to give it another shot, because I had that other Xbox that my cousin had given me a while back. It was missing the top, but, I was like, well, even if I screw this up, no harm, no foul, I still have my original Xbox. So the only thing I did not do is install a new hard drive, a bigger hard drive. And the only reason I didn't is because I couldn't get it to work. I went through all the steps. I downloaded the software. I ran the software. I made the ISO file. I made the boot disk. I plugged the drive into my computer. It all sounds like it's a lot, but I followed the instructions to a T. And when it booted up, everything booted up, and I hit one enter that you're supposed to do, and it started running, and it would freeze every damn time. And I don't know why, but I had 120 gig Seagate that I was going to put in there. That was just extra computer stuff that I had sitting around, but I could never get it to format correctly for the Xbox, so I just said screw it. The Xbox hard drive's 10 gigs. And the OS that you're going to load is very small. I figured, with the ability to FTP your Xbox to your computer via a router, there was no real reason. I could drag and drop files off there and delete files and put new files on there really easily, so it's no big deal. I'm talking a mile a minute because I just want to squeeze everything in. I maybe spent, a few bucks on the Mech Assault game, $1 on that cord. I had to buy a special screwdriver to get into the bottom of the Xbox because it takes this T20 star torque screw to take the screws out of the bottom. And other than that, I already had the memory card. This router I bought for $3 at the thrift store, and was able to get it to work and route the Xbox through the dial-up line directly into it. And I didn't know at the time, but you have to download specific hacked or patched Xbox emulators. So I went through a lot of hassle with trial and error trying to figure out how to get stuff even onto the hard drive. And then once I figured out how to FTP directly to the Xbox, that I needed specific emulators. But it's all good. We're clear sailing now. And I'm going to show it to you folks. This is my new Xbox. I bought a new shell for it because, like I said, the other one was missing the top, but this is it. This is my new Xbox, soft-modded media center. I still have about 1.5 gigs free on this. I put, let me see, I put a Nintendo, a Super Nintendo, a Game Boy Advance emulator, a PlayStation emulator, a Genesis and Sega CD emulator, a Super, I said Super, Sega Master System emulator, and a TurboGrafx 16 emulator, as well as a MAME emulator, and a specific emulator that runs Killer Instinct Arcade. I put all those emulators on this system, and I put quite a bit of games. I mean, the MAME, the RAM doesn't push some of the games, so you got to be kind of, you're selective with your RAMs as far as putting, MAME on there or whatever. Some of them aren't going to run, but I got a fair amount of them to run. I loaded the whole Nintendo library and probably about 50 or 60 games apiece for the other emulators, all the emulators that I mentioned, except the Game Boy, when I only have about 5 or 6 games on there, at both the Metroid Fusion and Zero Mission and some Castlevania games. But other than that, I've got about 100 TurboGrafx 16 ROMs on there. I've got, probably a half dozen Super Nintendo or Sega CD, and probably, like I said, about 100 Genesis, 100 Super Nintendo. They don't take up hardly any space, and just a ton. And it's awesome to have them all on that one system and just be able to pick and choose everything you want to play. And also you can save your state, do save state, and not have to grind through games, which is kind of hard for me to do nowadays. I'll still keep buying the other stuff because I love collecting it, and it just has a lot of nostalgia. And every once in a while, I do love to break out the old systems and just play on the original hardware. But for my purposes right now and convenience, this Xbox is going to be the way to go. I bought this shell online for $15 from a website called Ghost Cases, I think. But I bought a green one. It was $15. It comes with the front one, or the front, the top, as well as an LED hookup and some kind of other plastic thing that goes inside there that I didn't put on there. And then you just put it right on the thing. I didn't get a full shell, but it was only $15. And I think it looks pretty sweet. It's transparent. And this thing works awesome. I'm going to hook it up and show you, but I'm probably going to have to do it in a separate video because this one's running long. And I tried not to. I was going to try to get them both on the same video. But that's what I've been up to, folks. And I totally recommend doing it. It wasn't hard at all. I was scared for no reason that I was going to screw my hard drive up. And it was really fairly painless. And like I said, I did both of them now. So I haven't loaded any emulators on the black one, but it's done. I mean, it's been formatted and it's ready to roll. So that's it. I'm going to sign off because this is probably gone 10 minutes anyway, folks. So check out we'll check out another vid with me showing you what I put on it. And then we'll see you next video. So thanks for coming by, and see you next time.